Angels fans welcome back the Halos last night and were treated to a gutty performance by Jared Weaver, who struck out 8 Yankees en route to his first win since starting the season 6-0. Peter Borges put the Angels ahead to stay with an RBI single in the fourth, and Jordan Walden slammed the door for his 13th save. Coming up next is Game 2, Yankees and Angels.
Well, the Halos did a terrific job at kicking off the 9-game homestand last night, picking up the victory Game 1 against the Yankees. Tonight here at the Big A, it is game number 2 against the Pinstripers. Hi, everyone. We welcome you into the Big A here in Southern California and back to Angels baseball on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas along with my partner, Mark Goobs. And last night after the ball game, it was announced that Reggie Willits was being optioned back down to AAA to make room for Howie Kendrick. Coming off the disabled list, he's back in that lineup and in left field tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, the Yankees probably wish he would stay around a few more days before he became active. He's been so good against the New York Yankees. 370 in his career, hitting 322 this season. Extra base hits galore, driving the ball extremely well the other way, and of course, 8 for 12 against CC Sabathia, so look for him to continue that hot streak against the Yankees.
Well, you mentioned CC Sabathia. He's the left-hander that's towing the slab for the New York Yankees. For the Angels, it is the young one, Ervin Santana, trying to better his start tonight than the one he had in Kansas City.
I think he was just slow in his tempo and rhythm his last time out against the Royals, but look for him to establish that fastball against this Yankee club, particularly on the inner half of the plate, and finish him off with the slider. He's got a tough matchup with CC Sabathia with that great fastball, 90 to 95, and even better slider, and look for both these guys to be deep in the ball game.
Ervin Santana looking for his 4th win of the season. It's Saturday Night Baseball here at the Big A, just about ready for the first pitch, so sit back and relax. Lineups coming at you right after this.
In value guarantee. See your Hyundai dealer for details. And by CarMax, now more than ever, the smart choice. Angels baseball is brought to you by Hyundai. Introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-In Value Guarantee. See your Hyundai dealer for details. And by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. Unlike last night, things moving fairly quickly here. The Angels have taken the field. Irvin Santana kind of in a hurry to get out there. And this is the lineup that Joe Girardi is running out there this evening for the New York Yankees, who sit atop the American League East with a 31-24 record. Derek Jeter, the captain's leading things off at shortstop. Curtis Granderson is at center. Mark Teixeira, the first baseman, snapped his 9-game hitting streak last night with the over. Alex Rodriguez had a double last night. He's the cleanup hitter. Robinson Cano's at second. Russell Martin doing the catching. Nick Swisher is the guy who made the last out in the victory last night. Jorge Posada picked up an extra base hit last night. He'll bat 8th and serve as a DH. And Brett Gardner batting 9th and playing left field for the Pinstripers. Taking on Irvin Santana with a 3-4 mark. And at 4.34 ERA, it had a very tough outing against the Royals his last time out.
Yeah, it didn't seem comfortable on the mound at any point during that game, although his last few innings was solid enough to be able to work his way into a no decision. That game against Kansas City. 5-3 in his career against the Yankees. We're an ERA over 5.5, so look for him again. Throw that fastball, pitch inside, and utilize that slider.
You see the no decision numbers against Kansas City the last time out. And Derek Jeter steps to the plate here, and Irvin delivering a fastball that just misses low, apparently, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Irvin hoping that he doesn't go through a 15-pitch at-bat against Derek Jeter, just like Jared Weaver did in last night's game, as this one's fouled back. And it'll leave in the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Weaver last night, a 15-pitch at-bat. They got to the point of the 5th inning where you started to wonder if he was going to be done after 5 innings because of the pitch count getting up there, but we had a 1-2-3 6th inning, a 1-2-3 7th. When it was all said and done, did a terrific job at picking up the win, his first since April 25th. It was 2 balls and 1 strike on Derek Jeter. Ivan Nova last night, even with his struggles as far as the control was concerned, fairly respectable numbers. 3 runs, 2 earned, and 6+ innings as Jeter fouls one back to the screen. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I thought he did a nice job as far as mixing in that slider as the game progressed. He did a lot of throwing of the curveball and fastball early, but then that slider was very good as far as that late break to it.
Right, you can hear and see obviously the talent that the young man has. It just has not been able to put it all together as far as all 4 pitches and mastering all 4 with location at the big leagues yet. As that pitch is way outside, and a full count on Jeter to start this game.
I think with any young pitcher, you give the hitter too much credit. When you have that type of stuff, you just have to have the mentality to go right after the hitters and get them out quickly.
Payoff pitch. Jeter fouls one off to the right. And so it begins.
I was going to say, is he trying to do this again tonight? He looked over at Weaver going, okay. Thought we were special.
Yeah,
that 15-pitch at bat.
Irvin, I feel your pain. Jeter hitting .260 on the year after going over 3 yesterday. Gets jammed there. It's grounded over to Meiser Sturz. There's the first out of the ballgame. Let's take a look at the Angels defensively tonight. Howie Kendrick is back in the lineup and in left field. Peter Borges in center. It's Torrey Hunter in right. You've got Callasco, Ibar, Sturz, and Trumbo from third to first, with Jeff Mathis making his second consecutive start.
Howie making his 9th start in the left field. Has done so well no matter where Mike Scioscia's put him, whether it's second base, first base, but out here now in left field. He's been able to get a good read on the baseball and cut the ball off in the corner.
There's Curtis Granderson stepping in with 1 out, nobody on. He promptly takes a fastball for a strike. Granderson saw a bevy of off-speed pitches yesterday from Jared, whether it was the slow curveball or the changeup. 3 strikeouts, ended up going 0 for 4. And Irvin quickly ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. 272 on the year. He's the team leader in home runs with 17. 41 runs batted in. Pretty good numbers for a number 2 hitter.
Well, Jared did a good job as far as throwing slow curveballs and changeups to Granderson. He was way out in front of that pitch.
It was Scott Downs that got Curtis for the 3rd strikeout in the 8th inning last night. This one looped towards shallow center field, and that falls in for a base hit. So the Yankees get a man on here with 1 out. Mark Teixeira coming to the plate.
And Granderson runs well still. 8 stolen bases on the season. And Irvin Santana, if that's one part of his game He's still trying to work on being more consistent. And that's negating the other team's running game. He's allowed 10 stolen bases so far this season. None have been caught yet trying to steal against Urban. 36 last year.
Mentioned during the lineups that Teixeira snapped his 9-game hitting streak last night, going 0 for 3. Did draw a walk. A 254 average for him. 16 home runs, 38 runs batted in. As the weather is beginning to heat up, so are the power numbers for Teixeira. He takes down and away for ball 1. 4 home runs in his last 8 games, 7 in his last 11. One behind Granderson in that category. Granderson with a pretty good lead over at first. Giving him a check. Got the Sunfield in right with this 6 o'clock local time start. So Torrey having to battle the sunshine out there, as will Nick Swisher. You see the ribbon of sunshine on the infield dirt on the right side as well as Teixeira takes in. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
And Granderson, as he's trying to gauge Irvin Santana, looks like he's looking right into the sun also as he tries to get a bigger lead at first base.
Granderson looks like he's leaning a little bit. He takes off. The 2-0 pitch is a strike to throw down from Mathis in time. 2 outs.
Well, a nice job by Jeff Mathis. Irvin Santana a little quicker to the plate there. Gave Mathis an opportunity to be able to catch and throw. Held the ball very well. Slowed him down. That's the key to any way of stopping a good base there. Hold the ball as long as possible. Quick to the plate. And a good transfer for Jeff Mathis. Perfect throw to Eric Ibar as he able to apply the tag.
It's kind of an odd situation. You see Granderson peeking back on a 2-0 count. Now 3-1 on that pitch. But on a straight steal, typically you're looking straight ahead unless someone thought it was a hit and run count. 3-1 pitch. Teixeira takes a strike and it's a full count.
And most times you wouldn't think you're going to get hit and run with a 2-0 pitch with a power hitter like Teixeira, but he is looking back. I wonder if Granderson did miss the sign there.
Payoff. Teixeira fouls it into the Angels dugout. The count remains at 3-2.
Boy, late on that fastball.
By the way, that was the 5th base runner that Jeff Mathis had gunned down this year, so now 5 for 27. Good pitch to handle. Terrific throw. Teixeira swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Irvin faces the minimum 3, courtesy of the throw out at second base. We head to the bottom of the first. Angels coming up. It'll be Asteris, Ibar, and Abreu against CC Sabathia. By 76 Gasoline. We're on the driver's side and by your local Mazda dealers. The bottom of the first, no score. Let's take a look at the Angels lineup. The Halos, a game over 500 at 30-29 with the victory last night. At Meiser Sturris leading things off at second. Eric Ibar is playing shortstop. Bobby Abreu the DH. Torrey Hunter the cleanup hitter in right. Alberto Callasco at third. Howie Kendrick in left. Mark Trumbo at first. Jeff Mathis doing the catching, batting eighth, and Peter Borges batting ninth and playing center field. Taking on the 30-year-old from Vallejo, California. The name is CC Sabathia.
CC Sabathia, that's 6-3 mark. Fastball, 90-95. Above average slider, very good changeup.
The first pitch is a fastball that is a called strike. 6-3 mark, a 2.98 ERA. Coming off a third place finish in the American League Cy Young voting last year. Behind Felix Hernandez, David Price, the Tampa Bay Rays. Kind of an odd swing by Sturris there, and it's quickly no balls and two strikes.
Well, went upstairs with that 93-mile-an-hour fastball as if Meister was looking for some other pitch.
Meister went 1 for 5 yesterday. He's average at 283. 3 home runs and 14 runs batted in. As he pulls this one up the line, foul right to Dino Ebel. The count remains at 0-2.
CC does 5-7 in his career against the Halos with an ERA at 4.72.
Another 0-2 from Sabathia is a little bit low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In his career, Sabathia just a 2-3 mark, a 4.63 ERA here at the Big A. But no question, a big-time pitcher, one of the top pitchers in all of baseball, not just left-handed. Breaking pitch in the dirt. They asked for an appeal. He went around, says Bill Welke. So Sturris is out for the first out here. First punch out for Sabathia. That's how we start the bottom of the first. The Yankees defensively have Gardner in left, Granderson in center, Swisher in right. They got Rodriguez and Jeter on the left side, Cano and Teixeira on the right side, and Russell Martin, the former Dodger, behind the plate.
Now it's Rodriguez at third base, second in all of Major League Baseball as far as fielding percentage from that third base position. And they will chest him here as far as bringing him in on bunts. I think you're going to see the Angels do that throughout this series here. See if he's still mobile enough to come in and make that play.
First pitch to Ibar. They went around, says the home plate umpire Marty Foster. With the umpiring crew, Foster behind the plate. You just saw Bill Welke ring up his Sturris. He's at first. Tim Cheetah at second. Mike Estabrook over at third base tonight. Ibar had a hit last night, going 1 for 4. Hits this one in the air toward left center field. Both Granderson and Gardner played very shallow, and Granderson able to make the catch. A towering shot. It wasn't necessarily a drive per se, but because it was hit so high and Granderson's speed, able to track it down for the second out.
That baseball had some carry to it. It didn't look like it had a chance off the bat of getting as far as it did, but just kept going away from Granderson. A pitch down and in. You can see how far that Granderson had to go to make that play. A long way, and then at the end had to slow down and make that catch. Yep. And if you have that type of speed and the ability to go back on the baseball, that's why you see him playing shallow.
Now, if you're going to lift fly balls, do it early in the game before that cool air settles in here in Southern California. All of a sudden, it becomes very difficult to hit one out.
Both these center fielders with tremendous speed in this game.
Bobby takes a strike on the outside corner. It is 0-1. Abreu with a little 4-game hitting streak. 1 for 3 last night. Had a double and an RBI early. Staked the Angels to a 1-0 lead in the first inning. 276 average. Lays off the breaking ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The double for Bobby yesterday, his 15th on the year. He had Meiser Sturris both with 15 doubles. That's up and in. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And that pitch right there, more for show than anything else, especially when you look at the approach that Bobby's taking against Sabathia, trying to cheat on the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, that was just the pitches to let him know that he will throw something inside, but he's going to try to get him out either, whether it's a fastball or slider away.
Martin setting up outside now, the 2-1. A breaking pitch. And it's 3-1.
But it's a huge alley in right center field. That's why you know they're not going to pitch on the inner half against Bobby unless it's a mistake.
Bobby takes inside. There's a walk. A 2-out walk issued by Sabathia puts a man on here for Torrey Hunter.
A chance early on. Torrey Hunter with 3 career home runs against CC Sabathia, hit nearly 300 at 294 with 68 career at-bats against him.
Torrey with his patented Sanford and Son theme song stepping to the plate. His first debut here at home. 0 for 3 yesterday, hitting .239 on the season. 8 home runs, 31 driven home. Swinging first pitch, rolls one over to Robinson Cano, and that will end the first inning. No runs, no hits. The Angels leave a man on. 1 in the books here at the Big A. We have no score. Score. Irvin Santana to face 4, 5, and 6, and it's our pleasure to welcome in the first Cy Young Award winner in Angels history. A terrific man, a terrific pitcher by the name of Dean Chance. And before we get started here, you know that Mark Goob is like the biggest fan of yours in the history of the world. I brought an Angels bib for Gooby because he's going to be drooling during this interview.
I'm going to need that at some point here. I know that.
And I didn't want him to mess up his shirt and tie. How you doing?
Oh, everything's great. Beautiful day out here. And, I mean, what they've evaluated the stadium from how it was in the beginning, it's beautiful. I can't imagine any ball player not wanting to play here.
Isn't it amazing? 50 years history. I mean, you were there from the very beginning. And all of a sudden, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the franchise.
The first game we ever had, we played the Giants, an exhibition game. And the first batter was Hal Lanier, and Emmett Ashford was the umpire, and he said, I'll take the first pitch, and luckily, like tonight, I got it over. So, but I remember it just like yesterday.
Well, I like that pitch. You had some good movement on that pitch also.
Well, the key is you can't lift up, and Clyde Wright said throw in front of the mound. Don't mess the mound up for the groundskeeper, so I didn't.
Let's take a look at that first pitch. And you were one of the only guys so far to throw the ceremonial first pitch to do so without the Letterman's jacket. That is a veteran move right there.
Well, as hot as it is, I mean, I was lucky. I warmed up in the cage in there, and they got me. But anyway, I was lucky, and that's it.
And we had a chance to talk to you last year when we were taking on the Cleveland Indians for all the 50th anniversary celebration. How often do you get a chance to follow the ball club? Do you still?
Well, I get the TV. You know, I have direct TV, so I get your games and everything.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you know that he's always drooling over you.
Yeah.
Well, every question we have, our trivia questions, I always put your name in, and I'm right most of the time, too. I mean, when you think about it, that Cy Young year in which you just completely dominated everyone in the American League, can you reflect back on that year at all? Because I'm feeling pretty good about sitting right next to you right now.
Well, I'll tell you have years. My first year, I won 14 games. We were in first place at the All-Star break. We end up finishing third. So the next year, I'm a cinch to win 20. Well, I went out and almost lost 20. I was 13 and 18. I think I got shut out like 13 times. But then the next year, we got Bobby Canopin as a second baseman. We had Fugosi at short. And I got the breaks. And, the plays, instead of a run scoring runners in first and third, they turned into a double play. And it was, you get the lucky breaks.
I got to ask you about one of your teammates, as Irvin Santana has gotten the first two batters here. And there's a couple of shots of you, and of course you guys trained in Palm Springs. But Bo Belinsky, he had a lot of fun. He was a pretty good ball player, right?
Bo Belinsky, we went into Dodger Stadium, and of course the Dodgers rang with Vince Scully, and they were there. And Bo went out and threw a no-hitter. Walter Winchell was there that night. Of course, Bud Ferrillo liked him, and that really, we need the publicity and to have somebody. And Bo's really the one that got us started then.
Well, when you face something, when you see obviously the Angels playing the Yankees, reflect back on those times when you faced those Yankee clubs with all those powerful hitters they used to have and how successful you were against that club.
Well, with Mantle, with me, I only had two pitches, a fastball and a slider, and fastball, I could make it sink or rise. And you got to get lucky because, if they guess right and hit it, forget it, especially Mantle. But like I said, I got all the breaks that year, and it was just meant to happen.
Well, you were 4-0 against them, and you had some good stuff working there, though.
Well, the best game I ever pitched was against them. I went 14 innings that year and shut them out and didn't get nothing.
That is unbelievable. 14 innings?
Yeah, and Jerry Weaver's talking about not getting a lot of runs for 14
well,
innings.
I know how he feels, believe me.
Irvin Santana with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. As far as the teammates, do you get a chance still to those that are still around and with us? Do you guys still talk on a regular basis?
Clyde Wright, who you guys know real good. I talk to Clyde every once in a while. He come up in 66. Rick Reichert, he's out here. I was with him tonight. Bob Case, who was our clubhouse guy, I talk to him all the time.
Well, you see right there, Irvin Santana. Now, if you compare, like if you look at Irvin, the way he throws that fastball, he's similar to you, fastball slider type of pitcher. What do you think of his stuff?
Oh, yeah, he's got good. I like the Weaver kid you mentioned. He turns his back to him a lot like me, except, I think he's got a lot better control than I had.
Russell Martin hitting a fly ball toward left. Howie is there, makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning. Dean Chance, an honor to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of the night here at the ballpark. Gooby probably wants an autograph.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get that baseball card. I got to get you to sign it here before too long.
We're into the bottom of the second with no
get
score.
Trouble for that.
Bottom of the second inning. And look at the numbers for Dean Chance in his career with the Angels.
Wait a minute, they mess up that decimal point there. It's supposed to be 2.57.
Dean was slightly better than Mark Gubas in his Angels career. I like Cy Young Awards, none. Not zero.
That's nice.
None.
Hey, but I'm still part of that 20-game winners group, so I'm happy to be with Dean on that one.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm all right.
You sure?
I'm lathering up really bad here now.
Cayaspo, Kendrick Trumbo against CC Sabathia. And Cayaspo shooting one to right field. Swisher got a good jump on it. Makes the catch on the run for the first out. That'll bring up Howie Kendrick coming on the disabled list.
Number 47, left fielder Howie Kendrick.
Howie straining that hamstring in Seattle. Placed on the DL on May 26th, retroactive to May the 20th. A .322 average, 7 home runs, 18 runs batted in. And still a proud owner of his 6-game hitting streak.
Some great numbers against the Yankees. Talked about that .370 with 8 for 12 against CC Sabathia throughout his career.
Fouls that one back off Marty Foster. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
We'll go a little welcome back, Cotter. We'll go welcome back by John Sebastian for Howie Kendrick coming back. I'm sure the Yankees wish he would have waited a few more days. But Howie back in the lineup, hopefully providing not only base hit, but extra base hits. Be able to drive in some runs.
Marty still getting his bearings there. The 1-ball, 1-strike count. A little cue shot. Did that get Marty again?
Pretty close, I know that.
It is 1-2. Mentioned Howie coming off the disabled list. Vernon Wells still on the DL. Originally was slated to go to Salt Lake on a rehab assignment. Instead, he will rehab at Inland Empire tomorrow. So maybe perhaps coming back sooner than anticipated instead of flying up to Utah. Maybe the weather bad up there. That one's down and in. Did it get Howie? It sure did. A breaking ball down and in. Puts a man on with 1 out here in the second inning, and Mark Trumbo coming to the plate.
Overthrew that slider down and in, way ahead of the count. Now he tried to get out of the way. A lot of times if you don't move, an umpire can call just a ball on that, not a hit by a pitch, but because of Howie's effort to try to get out of the way, is awarded first base.
Second base runner of the game for the Angels. Bobby Abreu drew a 2-out walk into first and was stranded there. Mark had a 2-for-3 game last night, including a double. Takes a fastball away. His average at .262, 10 home runs, 28 runs batted in. He's got a 5-game hitting streak going in which he's gone 9 for 19. The outfield pretty much straight around against Trumbo. A little bit deeper are Gardner and Granderson at left and in center. This one rolled toward the hole, and Jeter can't get it. A seeing eye single for Mark Trumbo. The Angels have 2 on with 1 out. And Jeff Mathis coming to the plate.
Also pretty difficult to go first and third against Gardner, who plays such a shallow left field. So that ball got through the infield, even though it was not hit hard. Charged the baseball well, and Gio Ebo will challenge all 3 arms in the outfield. He says of the 3 of them, Gardner, who's very aggressive in the outfield, is a guy that will have a better chance of throwing at a guy trying to advance to a base.
That base hit by Mark, extending his hitting streak to 6 games. The Angels, with a man in scoring position last night, didn't work out so well for him. 2 for 12. Plenty of opportunities, even though the Angels picked up the victory. Jeff yesterday went 0 for 3, including a walk. Promptly takes a strike. Mathis at .210 with a home run. 8 runs batted in, 5 doubles, no triples. Cano practically standing on the bag at second base. Little chopper up the third base line, and that is a foul ball. Russell Martin making sure of it. Mathis in the hole now at 0-2. Howie heads back to second and Trumbo back to first.
Russell Martin's played enough games here at the Big A visiting as a Dodger to realize you better field that ball quickly because that ball could run back into fair territory down that third base or first base line.
Sabathia with a strikeout, a walk, a hit batter, and a base hit allowed. Ahead of the count at 0 balls, 2 strikes. Mathis foul tips one into the glove of Martin, 2 outs. Second strikeout for Sabathia. Challenge him with a fastball right down the pipe. It'll be up to Peter Borges to bring home Kendrick and/or Trumbo. Peter had a 2-hit game last night, 2 for 3. Had a stolen base and an RBI.
Much better approach at the plate, too. Shortened up the swing. Look for the fastball. Was successful hitting that fastball yesterday.
Alex Rodriguez playing just about even with the bag at third. A couple of times now with his both hands outstretched, looking into the dugout, wondering whether they
should play back or
play in a little bit. There are 2 outs now, backing up now. Leadoff man Meister on deck, but this one's fouled back over the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike on Borges. And the great crowd expected here tonight. Beautiful day for baseball. Halos had 42,000 plus here last night. And I would say there's probably slightly more on the Yankees side tonight than there was last night. Breaking pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2.
You wonder if he's going to come back with that even better slider. Now he's ahead of the count, 1-2.
That's how the ladies feel. Two balls, 2 strikes on Borges. One thing about Sabathia, does not waste a whole lot of time on the mound.
Fields his position very well also for a big guy. Decent move to first generally, but not in this scenario, but very good as far as bouncing off the mound and fielding bunts.
Little tapper there. Sabathia and Martin going back towards slider. The count remains at 2-2. 15th career start for Sabathia against the Angels. Coming off a 21-win season for New York. Another 2-2. Borges little bouncer right back to the big left-hander. That'll end the inning. The Angels leave a man in scoring position. Strand 2 overall. We've played 2 here in Southern California. Still no score. Trying to steal second base in the first. In between innings, Marty Foster being tended to by Adam Nevela, the head trainer of the Angels. It's that foul ball off the bat of Howie Kendrick, making sure he's all right.
Well, you can see him trying to get his faculties together. That ball would square off the mask, the jaw. Sending you end up feeling in your neck and everything from that jarring action.
Swisher leads things off by taking down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Nick went 0 for 2 yesterday. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, a .213 average. The 4 home runs, 23 driven home. Hits one well out to deep left center field. Howie going back, still going back, and this one's off the wall. Swisher on his way to second. He will stop there with a leadoff double. 9th double of the year for Nick Swisher. And the Yankees right off the bat have a man in scoring position.
Well, a fastball that Swisher had on the inner half and drove that ball exceptionally well to left center field. And Howie looking over at Peter Borges as he tried to go back and get a good gauge on where that ball was going to end up going. Indirect route for Howie. And that not a lot of experience out in left field, as that ball just kept tailing away from him.
So Irvin will face Jorge Posada, the catcher. Or pardon me, the DH. Russell Martin getting the start behind the plate. So accustomed to seeing a 39-year-old wearing the tools of ignorance. His DH last night went 1 for 3, had a double, his 6th of the year. Off speed pitch that Jared Weaver gave him, and he pulled it down the right field line. Irvin has a couple of strikeouts, no walks as Posada shoots one out toward the same way. Borges got a good jump on it. He'll track it down. Swisher now tagging, trying to head to third base. The relay's not in time. So Posada essentially gets the job done. Nice job by Borges to track that baseball down. There's the first down of the inning.
All across the board, fundamental baseball on both sides. Really, Peter Borges with a great read on this, was able to get back and make that play. Nick Swisher read that, went halfway, went back to the bag to be able to tag in advance to third base. So both teams doing what you're supposed to do in that. Peter Borges, good read on that one.
That's 2 straight batters, though, 2 straight left-handed batters that have taken the approach on Santana. If you're going to pitch us away, we're going to go that way with it. So at some point,
you have to bust the fastball in.
Keep somebody honest as Brett Gardner steps to the plate. Infield in. With Sabathia on the other side of things. The breaking pitch is down low. Brett Gardner went 0 for 3 yesterday. His average at .244. As CeCe takes it all in. 3 home runs for Gardner. 13 runs batted in. The Halos have their outfield somewhat shallow. 1-1. This one's popped up. Ibar calls off Callaspo. 2 outs.
Boy,
great
just
pitch.
like we said, fastball inside off the plate. Lefty's looking out over the plate. A couple successful swings in a row by Swisher and Posada. But that one right there got in the kitchen of Brett Gardner. Pops it up in the infield. At this point, still preventing the run from scoring. See, with his swing, he wants that ball down the way he slaps at the ball. So if you can elevate against Gardner, you can be successful. It's going to be very difficult for him to hit a fastball up and in.
Swisher still at third base. 2 outs now for Derek Jeter. Irvin got Derek to ground out to second base. Leading off the ball game, so he's 0 for 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Jeter at 2,984 career hits. 16 shy of 3,000. Trying to get that sinking fastball in on the hands. Falls behind here, 2 balls and no strikes.
Wow, look at Pops in that one. We're against the Angels.
Had no idea.
Lots of Hall of Famers in that group. Cookie's in there. He's in the Royals Hall of Fame. That's as good as it gets.
So he's got that going for him. The under 6 foot Hall of Fame. 2-0. Breaking ball. It's in for a strike. 2-1. Once a year, you got to get a gratuitous graphic in for my old man.
There you go. Hey, 333 against the Halos. That's pretty good.
2-1. Jeter fouls it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He always said that he hit Nolan Ryan well. He liked facing him. Although he was on the wrong end of a no-hitter in Kansas City once.
You can't say many people like facing Nolan Ryan. So if you have that type of numbers against him, that's pretty good.
Here, I thought it was a tall tale. Numbers don't lie.
No, they don't. Baseball's all about numbers.
Irvin decided to go from the full windup. 2-2. Fouled off to the right again. We'll see it too often. A guy starts from the stretch. The man at third base and 2 outs. And then during the at-bat end up going to a full windup. Comfort zone.
I always went from the stretch with a man on third because I didn't want the guy faking going down the line and stepping back wrong and be a balk.
That slider just missed outside. Good bite to it. But a full count now. Curtis Granderson on deck.
Well, you wonder if you don't go right back with that same pitch that Jeter will not chase the next time around. I think he was fooled more than anything else, too, by that pitch, and it didn't miss by a lot. So as a hitter, you got to think I'm a guy to protect.
Inside, he walked him. First walk issued by Santana. The Yankees have runners at first and third. 2 outs. Granderson coming to the plate. Granderson had the first hit for the Yankees. That came in the first. A single out to center field. Irvin falls behind here at 1 ball, no strikes. Granderson certainly has thrived wearing the pinstripes at 30 years of age. Now in his second season after hitting 24 home runs last year. Checks his swing, rolls one over to third. Callaspo goes across the diamond. An excuse-me swing, and that's how the inning will end. The Yankees with a leadoff double, leave 2 men on. We head to the bottom of the third, still scoreless. Well, the Halos have the top of the order here in the third, coming up against CC Sabathia, Asturis, Ibar, and Abreu. No score. CC with a couple of strikeouts, a walk, one hit allowed. There's a base hit by Mark Trumbo. Asturis swing to the first pitch. Lines went out to left. Brett Gardner had him positioned perfectly. And Meiser is 0 for 2.
Now it's time for Coors Light. Cold, hard blast from the past. 5 years ago to this day, CC Sabathia, his last time he gave up a home run to a Halo. Sean Figgins taking him a yard in Cleveland. One of 4 home runs, as a matter of fact, on that day by the Halos against Sabathia. It has not allowed a home run against the Angels since that point. Why not do it today, then?
He said enough is enough.
Yeah, I mean, why would you not want to give up a couple big flies?
Eric Ibar steps to the plate with one out, nobody on. Ibar hit one out to deep left center field that was tracked down by Granderson in the first. He's 0 for 1. Takes a fastball for a strike. It is still weird to see Sabathia now in a Yankee uniform after seeing him for so many years wearing a Cleveland uniform, briefly stopping in Milwaukee. First round pick in '98 by the Indians, 20th overall selection. That pitch a little bit high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And, of course, CC's signing a big free agent deal, 7-year deal that some have talked about this year. It has an opt-out after this year, if he so chooses. Some have said that he's not going to opt out. Some have said, obviously, that he will to try to better his deal, whether it's with New York or with somebody else. As Ibar lifts one out, another one out to deep left center field. Granderson, another good jump, tracks it down. 2 outs.
Well, he's certainly been durable throughout his career. He's a guy that penciled in 18 wins or more, 220 innings pitched each year, takes the baseball. You remember that time when he was at Milwaukee, he almost single-handedly brought them into the postseason by pitching on 3-day rest for his last 5-6 starts of the year.
Made 17 starts for Milwaukee that year in 2008, went 11-2 with a 1.65 ERA. You see the numbers, most wins since 2005. But if he were to hit the market as a quote-unquote free agent, opting out, no question would be the prized package. As Abreu hits one into left field, a 2-out knock, second hit of the game for the Angels. C.J. Wilson is scheduled to hit the free agent market. He's obviously did a terrific job last year, has backing it up again this year, but
nowhere near.
He's not CC Sabathia.
No, I mean, Sabathia is a guy that not only, and he's got postseason wins also, helped them win the World Series a couple years ago for the Yanks, pitching on what they went with a 3-man rotation that entire postseason. Granted, the schedule was very favorable for that. But CC Sabathia is a guy that wants the baseball no matter what the scenario is going to be.
There's Torrey, grounded out to second base in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Deep down, I don't think he's going anywhere. If he does opt out, I think it's just to kind of better the deal in New York. But I can't imagine after making the commitment to the Yankees for 7 years, even though he has that opt-out language in there, going anywhere else. Seems pretty happy there. Abreu takes off. The breaking pitch is low, and Abreu is safe at second. A little bit of a delayed call there by Tim Cheatham. The question is whether it's another phantom tag, as we saw last night by Derek Jeter.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. It seemed they both timed the baseball beat a base stealer going against Russell Martin there, but the tag was not applied. Pretty good catch and throw. Good transfer for Russell Martin. It was swipe tag, and tag him again.
Never tagged him. I don't understand that play. Just put the glove down.
Plenty of time to get him.
Bobby picks up his 9th bag of the year. The 2-0. 3 balls and no strikes.
Green light for sure for Torrey here.
They let it fly. CC challenged him. 3-1.
That's what you want out of Torrey or any batter. If you're given that green light, get a pitch that you can crush. It's a fastball inside. The pitch that Torrey generally is going to get good contact with. He swung through it. But you like the effort as far as the swing.
Full count now. The payoff. Torrey chases the high fastball, and the Angels leave another man in scoring position. Sabathia picks up his third strikeout. 3 in the book, still no score. TNT trivia question for the night. Dean Chance, one of 3 pitchers since 1920 with 11 or more shutouts in a season. Who are the others?
11 or more.
Mark Teixeira leads things off, takes a fastball just below the knees for ball 1.
Bob Feller.
Good pick. Bob Gibson would be a good pick.
Yeah. Only had an ERA barely over 1 for the season. Would he lose 9 games that year?
No run support.
No. You're talking about 0 run support. You have an ERA of 1.12 and you have 9 losses or so.
Teixeira hits one in the air towards shallow left center. Borges has to come charging in. Makes the grab for the first out. Teixeira now 0 for 2 on the night. Brings up Alex Rodriguez. Alex struck out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. 30 home runs, 100 runs batted in each of the last 13 years. He's been over the century mark in the RBI category 14 times in his career. Been swinging the bat well of late. .388 average since May 17th. But 0 for 1 against Santana, who that pitch sails on him. It's 2-0. He's throwing the ball much better than he did in that last start against Kansas City.
Not wasting a lot of time there, just grooming the mound, landed awkwardly on his follow through, but other than that, not wasting time.
You get that type of swing from a guy like Alex Rodriguez on a 2-0 pitch. Tells you how good that slider is today.
Well, that's a true slider, the break. A lot of times you hear people talk about slider or slurve, a big break to it, but that was a true slider, about 4 or 5 inch break at the very end. Looks like a good fastball to hit, but ends up being a bad fastball as far as the spot. Fastball away right here.
Grounded sharply to short. Ibar has it. 2 outs. Fans, are you looking to entertain a large group for the U2 concert at the Big A on June 17th or 18th? There's a wide variety of suite locations and sizes available for either concert date. For more information or to reserve your U2 suite, call 714-940-2094 today. Apparently Bono's back is all right.
Yeah.
No cancellation this time. Robinson Cano fouling off the first pitch because it's always fun going on those 2+ week road trips in the middle of the summer to accommodate a concert that gets banged. Thanks, Bono.
Yeah, just recently he was up in, Vancouver? His car ran out of gas or something. He hitchhiking a hockey player. A good hockey player. I'm trying to remember from the Edmonton Oilers picked him up. Able to take him back. That's random stuff for you.
That is the most random story.
Well,
and you know what? It's that time of the game. It is Random Thoughts by Mark Rubiza.
Just trying to help you out. Would you pick up Bono if he's hitchhiking? Would you just let him this, hey, I'll call AAA for you. Hang with him. Especially since you didn't come to the concert last year here at the Big A.
Just say, dude, where's the edge?
His car's broke down a few miles away.
Separate cars, huh?
That's how they roll.
That's it. 1-2 pitch. Cano bounces it foul, so the count remains at 1-2 Robinson hit a little tapper back to Santana in the second, so he's 0 for 1.
Oh, it has a nice slider down and in. Now, if Urban's comfortable with that two-seam fastball, start at the hip, Robinson Cano catch that inside corner. That could be very effective. Go right back with that slider down and in again.
.60 pitches thrown by Irvin with 2 outs here in the fourth. Keeping the Yankees off balance thus far. It's allowed 2 hits. Another 1-2. Fastball just missed inside. 2-2.
Well, that was that pitch right in the inside corner. It froze him after 2 sliders in that same plane in the inner half. Just slightly off the inside corner, but very effective. Have that option of doing the same thing or throwing a slider in that spot.
Oh, Mick Kelleher. Great hands. The fan, not so much. Well, ricocheting off the screen. Yeah. Now that's quick with that graphic.
Extremely.
Former Chicago Cub as well. That's where I remember him.
That was quick.
That's when they had the baby blues with the white pinstripes.
Oh, that was
really good look.
Yeah, that was really good.
Fashion forward.
Oh, no question.
Good battle here between these two guys. Cano takes outside, a full count.
Well, great movement on that fastball. Just ran off the corner at the end.
9 pitch at bat so far. Third full count for Irvin Santana. He's had 1-2-3 inning. That came in the second. Here's the payoff. Cano hits one high and deep to right field. Torrey going back at the wall and leaps up. Can't get it. It goes off the fence. It's a home run for Robinson Cano, and Torrey Hunter ends up in the seats. What an effort on the part of Torrey. But the Yankees have a 1-0 lead.
That's one of those battles for a hitter. The more pitches you see, the better chance you are to be able to jump on a mistake. And Irvin, that slider is a little bit too much of the play. Torrey Hunter made a valiant effort to try to make that play. Slider down, but in the middle part of the plate. Corey read that one well all the way to the wall. Leaps up, almost able to make a great play as he falls into the stands.
One ball, no strikes on Russell Martin. 12th home run of the year for Robinson Cano. His 38th run batted in. The Yankees will hit home runs. They're tops in the league now with 84. Led by Granderson, 17. 2 balls and 1 strike.
He's trying to read back where the wall is going to be and jumps up. Flips into the stands.
Chopper that Callaspo cuts in front of Ibar. Gets rid of it quickly. And there's the 3rd out, but the Yankees take the lead on Robinson Cano's 12th home run of the year. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The Yankees on top 1-0. Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants. Yankees on top, courtesy of Robinson Cano's 12th home run of the year. 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Halo setting up Callaspo, Kendrick, and Trumbo. Against CC Sabathia, has 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed. The Angels have had a couple of men in scoring position, 0 for 3 in those scenarios. Alberto's 0 for 1. He lined out to Nick Swisher in right field his first time up. Alberto ahead of the count at 1 ball, no strikes. Callaspo, Kendrick, Trumbo. It's the left-hander. Gave the 2-out base hit. The Braves stole second base in the 3rd inning before he got Torrey Hunter to strike out as Alberto shoots one up the alley. He's thinking about going to second. Granderson does up with it, fires it in, and Alberto is in there with a leadoff double. You know, right from the batter's box, and considering where both Gardner and Granderson play, how shallow they play, Callaspo was sniffing double the whole way.
And then Alfredo Griffin right away, he picked him up, was waving him to second base. Ball was hit well. Pitch on the inner half, turns on it. And right away, he's sensing right there double. He picked up Alfredo Griffin at first base also. But Granderson got that ball in pretty quickly.
He certainly did.
It was the second base side of the bag. You know, that's what Dino Ebel had said. They're going to challenge the arms of the Yankee outfielders.
This one shot towards Jeter. Bobbles it for a second. Howie is going to reach on the error by Derek Jeter. Now, whether or not Derek, because of how sharply that ball was hit, was thinking about going to third, Callaspo breaking immediately, that may have had a a factor on the play, but a clear error on Derek. It's fourth of the year, and the Angels have runners at the corners.
Well, they might have had a shot at Hayaspo at third initially. Unable to pick the baseball up, a break for the Halos here. Now an opportunity to be able to try to capitalize against a very good pitcher. You have to take advantage when that team makes a mistake with an arm like Sabathia has.
Oh, no question about it. You see the infield playing back. They're looking for the double play. They'll give up the run. Trumbo takes inside for ball one. Mark had a base hit through the hole on the left side of the second inning, so he's 1 for 1, extending his hitting streak to 6 games.
And you wonder at some point Sabathia will try to throw a fastball in on the hands of Trumbo here, and Trumbo is going to have to try to be quick, which he has been throughout his career as an Angel, in the fastball inside.
Went away from him, took something off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cayasco with a leadoff double stands at third. Kendrick over at first, reaching on the error by Derek Jeter. The 1-1. Popped him up on the infield. Alex Rodriguez comes in. 1 out.
When he did come inside on that fastball, you know at some point he was going to try to do so. Anytime you have a power hitter up, your tendency as a pitcher is to try to establish and go inside with a fastball. He was able to get in. Well, belt high on Trumbo.
What makes Sabathia so good. Great velocity on the fastball, but certainly not afraid to pitch inside to either guy, whether it's a righty or a lefty.
Hey, you win 20 games pretty much every year, right around there. You have to be able to throw inside, and Sabathia is so good at that.
Howie has 4 stolen bases on the year. Has been caught twice. First pitch to Mathis, in tight. Jeff struck out swinging in the second inning, 1 of 3 punch-outs for Sabathia.
Jeff just has to look for something up in the strike zone to at least get the ball in the air. With a sacrifice fly, keep that ball from being on the ground.
The old courtesy throw to first.
No pickoffs this season so far for Sabathia. Last year he had 2. He's allowed 7 stolen bases in 8 attempts so far against them.
The Halos 0 for the last 12 with men in scoring position. 2 for 17 in this series. The squeeze play is on, and he bunts it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And a pitch down, too, for Mathis. Usually a pitch that you can get down and be successful with.
Cayasco got a pretty good jump at third base. One ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, he turned it over on that changeup.
Sabathia only at 50 pitches thus far, 32 strikes. Two and two now. Outfield shallow against Mathis. Granderson playing him the opposite way toward the alley in right center. 2-2. Mathis hits one in the air down the right field line, slicing foul into the seats.
Well, Sabathia went upstairs on that fastball. changing the eye level. More likely will try to go down with either a changeup or a slider here now. Mathis is going to try to have to whatever he can to put the ball in play here. Need to get this run across. An error made by Derek Jeter. Have to find a way to score. Try to bust him in with a fastball.
Mathis shoots one out to straightaway center field. Granderson is back. He will track it down, makes the catch. Deep enough for Cayasco to score. A sacrifice fly by Jeff Mathis knots this game up at 1 apiece.
Oh, great job by Jeff Mathis. He did get that pitch, that fastball that he could get in the air. That's the job done. Cayasco able to score with his hustle double to left center field. Good job of getting his hands through the baseball. Try to go back inside, gets the run across.
Jeff picking up his 9th run batted in. 2 outs now with Kendrick over at first. And here's Peter Borges.
Let's see how we try to steal a bag here.
Russell Martin behind the plate has thrown out 10 of 39 would-be base stealers this season. That includes the Abreu stolen base in the 3rd inning. Borges rolls one over to Alex. Across the diamond, that'll end the inning. But the Angels tie things up. That leadoff double by Cayasco scores in the sac fly by Jeff Mathis. For the books, a 1-1 tie. Trivia question. Dean Chance, one of 3 pitchers since 1920 with 11 or more shutouts in a season. Who are the others? Bob Gibson and Sandy Koufax. About that?
Wow. Bob Gibson. Intimidating also. And Sandy Koufax, make an argument, one of the best curveballs in the history of the game. Didn't hurt that he threw 95 or 96 also.
Bob Gibson had 13 in 1968. Sandy Koufax 11 in 1963. Nick Swisher takes down on it. Do you know who owns the record?
For shutouts all time?
Yeah.
I know Burt Blyleven had 61.
No. I'm talking about in a season.
Oh, in a season?
Yeah. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Swisher, who doubled his first time up, so he's 1 for 1. Grover Cleveland Alexander, 16 in 1916. Grounded sharply to Mark Trumbo, waves off Urban. And Swisher is retired for the first out to start the 5th.
So not that the bullpens got used a lot back then, but obviously when he took the mound, it was pretty much a done deal.
Well, it's like Dean talking about going 14 innings.
And get a no decision.
He was the Jack Morris of his time.
Yes. 14 innings.
What was the longest you went in a game?
10. Twice.
W, no decision? What? loss?
Yeah.
Both times?
I lost 1-0 to Dave Stewart. Ball lost in the outfield by one of our outfielders. Lost it in the sun. At night.
Here's Posada, hit a fly ball to deep center in the third inning. Takes a breaky pitch in for strike one. The moon got him, huh?
Yep. At least I was able to forget about it.
Yeah. Jorge deciding to swing not at the most opportune time. It is 0-2. A couple of strikeouts for Santana as that pitch is down and in. Posada now 2 for his last 21 as you take a look at Urban's pitch count tonight. That was Weave's pitch count, what, in the third yesterday?
That was unbelievable. What do you have, 101 and through 5 innings?
1-2 just missed apparently inside.
Well, that did miss by a lot, especially crossing the plate. And I talked to Weave about his performance. You know, he said, hey, listen, he talked to Mike Scioscia about letting him go back out there for the 6th, and he cruised through that and then went back out. Pitched great. He said he found his fastball. He had a tough time locating his fastball prior to that. In his last few innings, when he had an opportunity to go out there and shorten the game for Mike Scioscia, he found his fastball.
He had good life on the fastball early on. He was 93, 94.
He said he just couldn't command it, but he did after that.
Full count now. Brett Gardner, the 9th place hitter and left fielder for New York, on deck. And he walked him. Second walk issued by Santana. Hey, be sure to vote your favorite Angels for the 2011 All-Star Game in Phoenix, Arizona this summer. Voting now open and available at Angels.com. Don't miss your opportunity to vote for your favorite Halo. And while you're at it, see if you could write in Mark Trumbo for the Home Run Derby.
Please.
That's Gooby pleading with you. Vote up to 25 times online. It's crazy. That's right around the corner.
I think about after this long homestand and that long road trip, the month of June will be over with.
Urban all of a sudden has lost his location. It's 1 ball, no strikes on Gardner, who popped out on the infield with Nick Swisher at third base. So 0 for 1.
And that's the thing when you're a pitcher, when sometimes you overthrow some pitches. That's what happens. You're in the muscle memory, and all of a sudden that same arm slot you're thrown at because you're overthrowing a pitch gets you out of sync for a while.
Evens the count. Urban has not really gotten ahead tonight. 18 batters face and first pitch strikes on 5 of those guys.
It is surprising though, because he's seemed to be around the strike zone throughout the game, but that first pitch has been an issue for him as far as getting ahead of the count. On a patient club like the Yankees.
Gardner pulls one through and into right field for a 1-out base hit. Posada advances to second. Fourth hit of the night for New York. That brings up Derek Jeter. Jeter 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second. Drew a walk in the third inning. Jeter has seen 14 total pitches, 7 each in those first 2 plate appearances.
The thing about Jeter, though, in RBI scenarios, he's generally hacking that first pitch fastball. Hopefully Urban can get a pitch down, get a ground ball at an infielder for a double play.
First pitch fastball to Ibart. Relay to Stewart on to Trumbo. Just as you scripted it, my friend. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. With this score still tied at 1. Top of the order coming up is Sturis, Ibar, and Abreu against CC Sabathia. Only 54 pitches thrown by Sabathia. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits allowed. Sturis takes a strike. Meiser is 0 for 2, a strikeout victim of the first, hit a fly ball to left on the first pitch he saw in the third inning. More of a line drive, if anything, to Brett Gardner, who's playing him shallow still. Same with Granderson in center. Showing bunt, drops a bunt up the third base line, and that is going to roll foul. Just off the grass.
Not a bad idea for Meister, who's been struggling of late. Try to get that bunt hit. Career .318 against the Yankees coming into the game today. Has been in a tailspin for his last 15 games coming into the game. 8 for 52.
Eight for 54 now with the 0 for 2 tonight. The 0-2 pitch on its way. Breaking pitch. They wanted appeal. He did not go. 1 ball, 2 strike count. You just saw Bill Welke. He'll be behind the plate tomorrow afternoon. 12:35 start here at the Big A. Bartolo Colon going for the Yankees against Yoel Pinheiro. Chopper to third. Rodriguez to Teixeira for out number 1. Fans, follow the Angels at foxsportswest.com/Angels. Log on and catch Bill Engvall's column on the beauty of utility players. And be sure to vote for the Angels poll question, which we had nothing to do with.
0.
What do you dislike most about the Yankees? The city, the crazy money, the brash attitude, the championships. Again, disclaimer, Gooby and I had nothing to do with this poll question.
0.
Merely the messenger. Apparently the brash attitude, that opinion is not shared by Gooby and I. They treat us just great at Yankee Stadium.
Very well.
Eric Ibar takes down low. Did I get our information out there?
Yes.
Okay.
You're all covered now.
You think we're clear?
Yes.
I hope so.
Not us.
Eric Ibar twice has hit a fly ball to Curtis Granderson that he's tracked down. 0 for 2. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. The Yankees with a run on 4 hits. They've committed 1 error. They've stranded 3. The Angels 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Halos having stranded 5 guys on base. So 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Well, Ibar's had a couple good at-bats against Sabathia. 2 times hit the ball well to center field. And Granderson able to run it down. Had a pretty empty hack at that fastball by Sabathia. I think Granderson's still playing shallow, even though Ibar's hit the ball far in the left center field. He's able to track both those baseballs down.
Ibar shoots one to right field. Swisher comes charging in, slides it, makes the basket catch. Nice play by Swisher on a sinking liner. 2 outs.
Boy, Eric Ibar's got to be figuring out how's he going to get a hit somehow. Granderson made a couple good plays, and Swisher comes sliding in. Able to make a great catch on that ball.
It's a good thing Swisher never looks like he's having fun on the field.
Never smiles.
Never. I mean, almost a sourpuss.
No doubt.
Well, here's a guy that's struggling. 213 offensively, makes a nice play. You know, he's always got a smile on his face. Abreu takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Acknowledge the fans in right field, and then, of course, along the right field line also. That, hey, like my play I just made?
Bobby 1 for 1, had a walk and a base hit. Abreu ahead of the count at 2 balls and no strikes. A different approach by CeCe. Ever since that first at bat against Abreu, looked like he had Bobby fooled early. Ended up walking him. Gave up the 2-out base hit. Now falls behind here at 3 balls and no strikes.
He seems to be throwing more pitches inside. Then he elevates the fastball there.
Courtesy strike called by Marty Foster. 3-1.
In the neighborhood 3-0 pitch. Close enough.
I thought those things
I've been there but too many times.
3-1. Bobby takes a strike. Full count. 95 miles an hour by Sabathia. Bobby shoots one through the hole on the left side. Another 2-out base hit. And again, going back to the fastball.
And elevated enough to be able to get through that baseball hit in the left field for a knock.
Fans, the Halos host the Tampa Bay Rays Tuesday at 7:05. All fans in attendance will receive an Angels Newsboy hat courtesy of Fox Sports West. Make your plans to visit the Big A and purchase your tickets at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com. You too could look like a newsboy from the 1930s, just like Norm Peters, our statistician, was once. Minneapolis, right? That's where you grew up, Norm? Or Chicago?
Chicago.
He only claims Chicago when Chicago clubs are doing good.
Exactly.
Yeah. One of those guys.
Yep.
Best statistician in the business. Just hovers behind us. Torrey Hunter's 0 for 2 against CeCe Sabathia with a ground ball to second and a strikeout. Yankees getting their run on the Robinson Cano home run in the top of the 4th inning. The Angels tying things up in the bottom of the inning. Helped out by the error by Derek Jeter. Sacrifice fly by Jeff Mathis. An unearned run to Sabathia. The pitch is off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, he's tried a breaking pitch, change up away. But right now, the outfield for the Yankees playing extremely deep all around. Even Gardner playing deep in left. Granderson, of course, in center, and Swisher in right. They're all playing deep against Torrey Hunter.
Two and one.
Veteran pitcher. 2-0 count, fastball count. Took something off that fastball. And a change up there. You have the confidence enough to throw an all-speed pitch in a fastball count. You can be successful, especially when you've established throughout your career to be able to pitch inside.
Torrey fouls one off to the right. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Torrey lifts a fly ball toward right center field. Granderson moving to his left. Make the grab. That'll end the inning. 5 in the books here in Southern California. We're still tied at 1 apiece.
Light freeze cam. All right, Dean Chance coming in. My first opportunity to meet the man, the myth. Of course, Victor, it was nice of you to give me that bib there to be able to control myself. And, of course, you signed that car for me and the Wall of Fame.
Control yourself.
I still can't do so. And that was our Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Some of the guys that have signed on the wall started that toward the end of last year and carried over.
It's a great look. That's amazing how many fans over the time has sent me baseball cards of Dean Chance. Finally got an opportunity for him to sign it for me.
What are you going to do with that game-used bib? Mr. Anderson takes a strike and it's 1-1.
I don't know.
eBay?
eBay, probably.
Fastball missing in. 2 balls and a strike. Curtis Granderson 1 for 2. A base hit in the first inning, a ground out in the third. Irvin falling behind at 3 balls and a strike. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks for Santana, 4 hits allowed. 2 singles, a double, and a home run. Leadoff man is on board via the walk. Not what you want to be doing late in the game, especially with the speed of Granderson.
That's one thing about when you're facing this Yankee ball club with a lot of power, but their batting averages are not particularly high, so you're putting yourself in trouble when you walk batters, especially with the stuff that Irvin has tonight.
Teixeira 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to center. Granderson 8 stolen bases, been caught twice, 3 times now. He was caught earlier in the game. Mathis got him in the first inning. Teixeira hits one toward the corner in right. Torrey is over there. He'll make the catch. Granderson was waiting between first and second, so he heads back to the bag. 1 out. Teixeira just down in front of that pitch.
Talked about the difference between Teixeira's approach and Alex Rodriguez's approach, more of a back leg hitter. And of course, A-Rod hits off the front side more often. This time he had that top hand swing for Teixeira. Hit that fly ball and keep it in the ballpark and get that first out.
Alex 0 for 2. Struck out looking into second. Grounded to short of the fourth. Granderson leaning over at first base, does not go, and the first pitch is down low. Granderson, one of those guys that takes his lead over at first base, really puts a lot of his weight on that right leg, the lead leg.
If you can hold the baseball, you're going to stop him when he's trying to take that lead.
Shifting the weight there. Doesn't go. Foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike on Alex Rodriguez.
They've always been able to rush a fastball inside on Alex Rodriguez, above the belt. Down and in, very effective as far as dropping the head of the bat at that baseball, but up and in is very effective.
Irvin at 91 pitches. As Rodriguez launches one out to deep left center field. This one is hit well, and it is a 2-run home run. Yankees back on top, 3-1.
Just like I said, if you're going to go fast when it's down, it's a good chance it's going to be hit hard by Alex Rodriguez's 68th career home run against the Angels. And third against Urban Santana. Where you try to avoid the fastball down like that, and that's the spot where Alex Rodriguez does not miss.
10th home run of the year for Alex. RBIs 32 and 33. Base is clear now. Still one out. Here's Robinson Cano. Touched Urban for a home run in the 4th inning. This one grounded over to Trumbo, who's got it on the backhand. 2 outs. So with 2 outs, here comes Russell Martin, the catcher. Cano, by the way, with that ground out, 1 for 3.
Well, there's 2 RBIs for A-Rod. Is now tied Mel Ott for 9th place all time in the runs batted in list. Pretty impressive company now. And still hasn't taken off his batting helmet yet. There it is.
1 ball, no strikes on Russell. With a fly ball to left in the 2nd. Ground ball in the 4th. Went around in that pitch. Nope, did not, says Bill Welke. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Martin lifts a fly ball to left center. Borges calls off Kendrick. That'll end the inning, but the Yankees retake the lead on Alex Rodriguez. 10th home run of the year. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with New York leading it 3-1. Get one of our 5 tasty combos. They are the combos other combos wish they could be. Catch them before they are gone. And by Time Warner Cable. Now the Halos down by 2 runs here. Trying to battle back now against CC Sabathia. We'll have Callaspo, Kendrick, and Trumbo. Looking at the 2 guys with the 2 home runs. Cano, solo job in the 4th inning. A-Rod with a 2-run shot in the 6th. Callaspo 1 for 2. Had a leadoff double, then a run scored in the 4th. Double for Alberto. It's 10th of the year. Mentioned earlier, Sturz and Abreu are the team leaders with 15. Pulls this one toward the hole at short. Jeter is there. 1 out. Hey folks, this July, baseball's biggest stars will gather together in the Arizona desert for one spectacular night, the summer's biggest event, as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2011 MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins Tuesday, July the 12th, live from Phoenix at 5 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox.
Revenge factor for the American League after the National League won last season.
Still counts.
It does.
Howie Kendrick twice has been on base. Was hit by a pitch the first time. Reached John Jeter's error in the fourth, so he's 0 for 1. First game back, coming off the disabled list. Good pitch down and in, right over the top of it. And it's no balls, 2 strikes.
Well, we've seen Sabathia try to go up the ladder with a fastball when he's ahead of the count 0-2 after that nice slider there to force that 0-2 count.
Line to Teixeira, 2 outs.
Teixeira is so good as far as fielding his position at first base. 4 times in the last 6 seasons has won the Gold Glove at that position. CC tried that fastball up. Howie did a nice job as far as getting his hand through the baseball, but Teixeira is able to catch that line drive.
2 outs, the base is clear for Mark Trumbo. As he swings first pitch and pops it up, Cano is out into the outfield grass. 1, 2, 3 innings, 6th pitch, 6th inning for CC Sabathia. 6 in the books, Yankees still on top. New York with the bottom third of their order up. Swisher, Posada, Gardner here against Irvin Santana. Swisher 1 for 2, had a double in the 3rd inning. Yankees with 5 hits, 2 of them long balls. They have 85 home runs on the year. Halos with 4 hits. Swisher hits one out to left. Howie Kendrick still going back on it, and at the wall leaps up and makes the catch. 1 out.
Now it's time for a Jaguar difference. Alex Rodriguez after the walk. Curtis Granderson, man on first. A-Rod gets a fastball down, drives that ball out to left center field with his 68th career home run against Angels. That was the difference so far in the game. The Yankees lead 3-1 here in the top of the 7th.
Jorge Posada steps in 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center and a walk.
The baseball carrying very well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long way to go the opposite way.
Not an overly warm day here. Was it 72, 73 degrees? The 60s now. One ball, one strike on Posada. See Irvin at the century mark. One and two. Slow roller to Trumbo. Could charge again. There are 2 outs. Brings up Gardner. You know, Sabathia rolling through that 6th inning. It's the first time tonight that he's had a 1-2-3 inning. Low pitch count total. He's worked out of a couple of jams. The Angels left a couple of men on base today in scoring position.
Boy, Sabathia just knows how to make that quality pitch when need be during the course of a game.
'79 pitches through 6. Gardner takes that pitch underneath his shoe tops. That's 1 ball, no strikes. Gardner's 1 for 2, had a base hit to right field the 5th. His first hit of the series. Pulls another one into right field. A 2-out base hit. Spins the lineup back to the top for Derek Jeter.
Gardner with good speed with 10 stolen bases, but has been caught 6 times.
It's kind of like the Juan Pierre plan with the White Sox.
Just keep taking a chance to steal in the bag, even if you get thrown out. Yeah, with great speed, but hasn't quite figured out the craft of reading the pitcher, getting a good jump. More than likely, he might see some action here, though.
Jeter 0 for 2 with a walk. Rich Thompson, first man up. Rich got up yesterday, but did not come into the game. No balls in his strike. Derek was at the plate with 1 out, runners at first and second in the 5th inning when he swung at that first pitch and rolled into a double play that ended the inning. 5th time this year he's rolled into a double play. Pitch out, nothing's happening. Snap for the first. Gardner easily back in there.
Mike Scioscia's not afraid to put back-to-back pitch outs on if he feels for sure that Gardner's going to try to steal second.
One. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. 1-2.
One of those backup sliders. Get underneath a little bit with your wrist, but it freezes a hitter. Because usually when he's seeing a slider against Irvin, it's going to be on the outside part of the plate, but this one backed up on the inside corner. Try to finish him off with a slider here.
Quick throw over, and Gardner just does get that hand in ahead of Trumbo's tag. It's the only American League game that is still ongoing. Boston beat Oakland 9-8. Extra innings there. Texas shut out Cleveland 4-0. Jeter rolls it toward the hole, and that is a base hit. A seeing eye single. Now Jeter 15 hits shy of 3,000. It's 2,985th hit of his career. Comes with 2 outs here in the 7th. The Yankees with runners at first and second, and here comes Curtis Granderson.
And a key point of the game for Irving Santana and the Angels. With Granderson, with his power, with 17 home runs on the season, trying to keep this game close. You don't want to get the game too far away from the CC Sabathia on the hill for the Yankees.
Granderson tonight 1 for 2. Base hit in the first, a ground ball to third in the third. Walked and scored in the 6th inning, courtesy of that 2-run home run by Alex Rodriguez. Irvin trying to finish strong here. Misses down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. More than likely his last frame. 110 pitches thrown so far.
So your mindset has to be, you got to give your best pitches here to try to finish off this batter. Give yourself a chance to get the W and the team also in that position to come back.
Still good bite on that breaking pitch. 1-2. Got him on the breaking pitch. Down goes Granderson. Irvin Santana picks up his 3rd strikeout, and probably his last of this game. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. The Yankees on top 3-1.
'64 pitched perhaps the greatest season of a Halo pitcher ever when he won the Cy Young Award.
In 1964, he was probably the best pitcher I've ever seen.
Very intimidating. Harmon Killebrew stepped out of the box once and said, "Buck, this guy's not even looking at me."
Nobody wanted to face him. Crazy farm boy.
Bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Yankees. Great to see Dean Chance throughout the ceremonial first pitch. Honor the 50th anniversary of the franchise. Kind enough to come up here and hang out with us in the booth.
Painted the outside corner with some movement.
Yeah, he did. Jeff Mathis, Peter Borges, my sisters. 8-9-1 for the Halos here. Get CC Sabathia down by 2. Mathis takes outside for ball 1. Sabathia coming off his first 1-2-3 inning in the 6th inning. He's retired the last 4 in a row. Gave up a sac fly to Mathis in the 4th. Jeff 0 for 1, but picked up his 9th run batted in. Pops this one up on the left side of the infield. Alex Rodriguez with the call. 1 out. Fans groups of 25 or more can enjoy exciting Angels baseball for as low as $6 per seat. Make your plans to be part of the 50th anniversary celebration and book your group outing today by calling 888-796-HALO or by visiting angels.com/groups. Make that 5 in a row. Retired now by Sabathia as Borges steps to the plate. Sabathia's handled Peter with the off-speed stuff away. A little tapper back to the left-hander, and then a little chopper over to third. That came in the 4th inning. Drops a bunt up the first base line, but foul. And it is 0-1.
Still think that's the proper place to put that bunt because you got Sabathia left-hander is going to fall towards third base. You got A-Rod playing in. You got Teixeira playing in also, but if you force Cano to be able to field that baseball, you have a better chance. And now Cano has moved up. Now moving back in his position at second, but playing halfway to take away that bunt.
Borges hits one out to center. Granderson back a couple of steps. 2 outs. Could he not find it? For a guy who couldn't find the baseball, allegedly, seemed to track it all right.
Looked like initially he had lost it. Center field.
2 up and 2 down for Sabathia. Top of the order, Meiser Sturis.
Well, the Angels being very aggressive here against Sabathia, not forcing the issue as far as the pitch count. Now just at 83 pitches here with 2 outs in the 7th.
He threw 6 pitches in the 6th inning. He's right at that mark right now. 5 pitches, getting ready to throw his 6th here in the 7th. Lofted in the air to shallow center. Granderson has to come charging in. You can't do that down by runs. 12 pitches over the last 2 innings for Sabathia. 7 in the books. Yankees still on top. By Bubba Burger, available in your grocer's freezer. Remember, you'll never bite a burger better than a Bubba. Bubba Burger, and by your Southern California Toyota dealer. Well, we start the top of the 8th inning by taking a look at our Farmers Insurance report card of this ballgame. Purvis Santana is done after 7 innings. CC Sabathia has logged 7, no earned runs. You see Santana 3 earned runs, 7 hits, 2 home runs. Cano and Rodriguez touching him. Howie Kendrick, first big game back, 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch. Rich Thompson takes over on the mound, facing Mark Teixeira, Alex Rodriguez, and Robinson Cano to start this 8th inning. 19th game for Rich, 1-2 mark at 2.96 ERA. 24 in the 3rd innings, 20 hits allowed. He's picked up 27 strikeouts, but that strikeout rate has kind of slowed since the first month and a half of the season when he was on a roll. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And when he's aggressively getting ahead with that fastball, even though not overpowering, he's been able to throw it at 89 to 91 range. It sets up that big curveball he has. If he gets ahead, he can finish off a many hitter with that good curveball.
Teixeira pops it up over near the bag at third base, and Kayasco will make the catch. Teixeira 0 for 4 is the first out here in the 8th.
Get another high fastball. Teixeira, a guy that has that uppercut swing, the back leg swinger, puts all that weight to the backside and then through the ball, pops that fastball up. Now A-Rod on the other hand self that front leg. So he was able to get that fastball down. The last at bat hit it out. Whereas 10th home run of the season, 33rd RBI.
That home run snapping the 1-1 tie, putting the Yankees up by a couple of runs. Alex 1 for 3 with that home run. He's also struck out and grounded out. Santana with 3 strikeouts, 3 walks in his 7 innings, the 3 earned runs. Mentioned the 7 hits and the 2 long ones. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pinheiro and Colon tomorrow afternoon, 12:35 start here local time. 1-2.
That's that big curveball that Rich Thompson has. To a slider to the pitch before that, a curveball.
Rolling over that one, the counter made to the ball and 2 strikes. It's one of 2 visits by the Yankees to the Big A this year. 3-game set, of course, this weekend, and a 3-game set in September 9th through the 11th. One-two, outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Angels go to the Yankees August 9th through the 11th. I believe it's our only visit there. Go to New York twice. Go to New York actually on the next road trip. Take on the New York Mets at Citi Field. 2-2, got him looking on a fastball, 2 outs. Hey folks, next Saturday, pop sensation Taio Cruz will kick off the post-game summer concert series presented by SRS Labs in association with Budweiser. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com/concerts.
Well, not too often you get A-Rod that look at a fastball pretty much right down the heart of the plate. After a couple good breaking pitches, went challenging with the fastball and gets him looking.
So Alex 1 for 4, 2 outs by Rich Thompson here in the 8th, and here's Robinson Cano, a 1 for 3 game. A 10-pitch at bat against Irvin Santana in the 4th inning, resulting in Cano's 12th home run of the season, as he takes just below the knees for ball 1. Mentioned those scores earlier as far as the division, the Western Division for the Angels. Texas shutting out Cleveland, so a loss tonight by the Angels would put the Halos 3.5 back in the West. Oakland dropping 1 in extra innings to Boston. And Seattle losing to Tampa Bay 3-2.
Texas has been pitching very well of late.
Yeah.
Hamilton back in the lineup doing some damage.
Baltimore beat Toronto 5-3. Minnesota defeated Kansas City 7-2. The Tigers taking care of the White Sox 4-2 at the Cell. Cano chops this one foul at the plate. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, how's Minnesota even scoring with all their key guys out of the lineup? Kubo went on the DL. Tomey went on the DL. Joe Mauer's been on the DL. He scored in the last couple games against Kansas City.
The Angels in the bottom of the 8th inning have Ibar, Abreu, and Hunter trying to figure out CC Sabathia. Ground ball to second. Rich Johnson has himself a 1-2-3 eighth. We head to the bottom of the eighth. The Angels down 3-1. Pitches combined between the 6th and the 7th. He's retired the last 7 in a row since a 2-out single to Bobby Abreu in the 5th. 2, 3, and 4 for the Halos. Ibar, Abreu, and Torrey Hunter. 4 hits allowed by Sabathia, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. The walk coming back in the first to Abreu.
Well, that's the thing. You have to work the count here. Pitchers like CC Sabathia, quality pitchers like this, can smell that finish line as far as completing a game. Work the count, put some pressure back on them, get to that bullpen. Although it's been effective bullpen for the Yankees, you still want to get CC Sabathia out of this game.
Ibar takes inside, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Errico for 3. All 3 times with flyouts. 2 to Granderson at center. The other one, a sliding catch by Swisher in right. All 3 of the guys playing shallow in the outfield for New York.
Kind of a late call on that pitch. It's in the upper half of the strike zone.
So instead of 2-0, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. To Sharon A-Rod playing in at first and third respectively. Ibar skies one out to left center. Granderson gives way to Gardner. 1 out. Hey, tomorrow NASCAR on Fox moves to Kansas, where Greg Biffle will try to win his 2nd straight race at the Kansas Speedway and take home his first checkered flag of the year. Coverage of Sprint Cup Series racing from Kansas begins tomorrow with the pre-race show delivered by Pizza Hut at 9:30 a.m. Pacific in high definition on Fox. CC Sabathia right now in cruise control with 1 out here in the 8th. Facing Bobby Abreu, who's touched him for a couple of hits. 2 for 2. He's been on base all 3 times.
Bobby's done a nice job against CC the entire game. A walk to first at bat, a couple hits. His last hit in the 5th was the last time the Angels have had a base runner against CC Sabathia.
Halos 0 for 5 with men in scoring position tonight. Bobby lays off the breaking ball. It did not go. Mike Estabrook at third making the call. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now he's changed his ways, going back with the slider away against Bray, the last 2 pitches. Showing a pattern of now he'll go fastball inner half after missing with a couple sliders.
Alex way off the line at third base. And playing back, trying to take away that hole as Bobby shoots one down the line. Gardner was playing him shallow, plays the carom. Abreu thought about going to second, stops at first.
Good idea for Bobby. No reason to take that chance, especially when you got Torrey Hunter up, who can tie the game with one swing. Amazing, though. A-Rod moves over into that hole, and he hits it right by the spot where he was playing prior to that.
Exactly.
But again, it's another elevated pitch, and he went with the pitch.
I tell you what, great job by Brett Gardner, playing shallow and having to deal with that concrete and the padding down the left field line. That's why Abreu took that big turn at first. Any bobble whatsoever, and he's easily standing at second, but Gardner played that cleanly, keeping Abreu at first.
That's it inside the Parker.
Yeah.
Aggressive play by Gardner, and it helped out by keeping Bobby at first.
Torrey takes down and away for ball 1. Hunter 0 for 3. A ground out, a strikeout, a fly ball to center. Torrey's been scuffling now all of a sudden.
Pulling off the baseball after that 2 home run performance in Kansas City. 0 for his last 11.
Shoots one to deep right field, chasing Swisher back, still going back, and he'll make the catch just shy of the track for the second out. Much better approach there by Torrey. But there are 2 outs now for Alberto Callaspo.
Boy, lots of fly ball outs today for Sabathia against the Angel hitters. I have 14 fly ball outs for Sabathia tonight.
Alberto 1 for 3, had a double with a run scored in the 4th. Shoots one to right field, a base hit. Abreu advances 90 feet. Callaspo with a 2-hit night. It puts 2 on now for Howie Kendrick.
Boy, and the right guy you have up in this spot. Had a lot of success going into the game against Sabathia. 8 for 12 now, 8 for 14. He's coming in at 370 career batting average into the ball game. The right guy up, the right time for the Halos. Guys certainly who can hit a ball in the gap and tie the game up.
Howie is 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch his first time.
Showed a lot of sliders in on him early in the count. Boy, if he can turn on that hit down the left field line, we have a tie game.
Stays away from him with a fastball, painting it on the outside corner. 2-1. Jabba Chamberlain gets up. 96 pitches thrown by Sabathia. Abreu at second, Callaspo at first. 2 outs here in the 8th. Now he fouls it back. No balls, 2 strikes. Sabathia with a glance back. 0-2. Lays off the breaking ball to Kendrick. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's always a difficult task when you're just coming back from the DL with not any game time swings together for Howie. So he's trying to get that rhythm with the swing going.
Rodriguez is deep at third toward the foul line. Teixeira off the line at first. And Cano toward the middle. Granderson at center, shading Howie the opposite way toward the alley in right center. 1-2, ground ball to the right side. It's going to be a foot race between Teixeira and Kendrick. Teixeira with a dive, and the out is recorded to end the inning. 8 in the books. If the Angels leave 2 more men on base, Yankees still on top 3-1. Today to see every Angels game live or on demand on your computer as well as your favorite devices. MLB.TV Premium lets you enjoy HD quality home and away coverage, multi-game view, as well as the ability to pause and rewind live games. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.TV Baseball everywhere. Rich Thompson out for his second inning at a 1-2-3 eighth. He'll face Martin, Swisher, and Posada here in the ninth. Russell Martin takes the off-speed pitch up a little bit. That's 1 ball, no strikes. Martin goes 0 for 3. A fly to left, a ground ball to third, and a fly to center. Two balls and no strikes. The Halos have action in their bullpen. I'll get you that information here in just a moment. Rich did pick up a strikeout in the 8th inning. Two and one. Hisanori Takahashi, the lefty's up. Two and two.
A good slider there by Thompson.
Two. Check swing foul. Nobody up in the Yankee bullpen. J.C. Sabathia, 99 pitches. Mariano hanging out with Francisco Cervelli.
Imagine he'll get up warming up when C.C. Sabathia takes the mound. The bottom of the ninth.
Deal just in case. Martin goes down swinging. He gets tagged down. There's out number one. Russell Martin's been scuffling out on this road trip for New York. Now 1 for his last 22. One out here in the ninth, and here comes Nick Swisher, the right fielder. Swisher 1 for 3. Had a double against Irvin Santana in the 3rd inning. A nice sliding catch in right field. Ball hit by Ibar in the 5th. Rich delivers a strike. In the bottom of the 9th inning, the Angels have the bottom third of their order coming up. Trumbo, Mathis, and Borges. Assuming there are no pinch hitters. 1 and 2. Against Sabathia, looking for a complete game. Sabathia has 1 complete game this year. .31 in his career. He got that CG against Toronto 2 starts ago. That breaking pitch is high, 2 and 2.
Well, he's average rate at 7 innings a start. Talked about that in the opening. The guy that will give you innings and quality innings, especially when you can have a couple innings like you had against the Angels so far tonight with a couple 6-pitch innings, the 6th and 7th inning.
Full count. Jorge Posada on deck. 43,619 here in the house. The heels of the 42,000 plus last night. Swisher takes a called strike 3, and there are 2 outs. Back-to-back strikeouts for Rich Thompson.
Nick Swisher shaking his head as if that was a ball. There's no question that's got the inside corner. And it was there in a cut fastball at 88 miles an hour.
Mentioned that great crowd today. The Angels second to the Yankees only in the American League as far as home attendance. Halos averaging over 38,000 this year. This being the 28th home game. And a long homestand. 9-game homestand this time around. Broken back ground ball to Callaspo. Rich Thompson 6 up and 6 down. We head to the bottom of the 9th. CC Sabathia coming back out. The Angels have the bottom third of their order coming up. Down by 2. CC Sabathia back out there. He'll be facing Mark Trumbo to lead things off here in the 9th. 31 complete games in his career for Sabathia. Just pointed that out for you. Mariano Rivera is up just in case in the bullpen for the Yankees. So Trumbo, Mathis, and Borges against Sabathia.
You would think any base runner at all, and Joe Girardi would go out there and get Sabathia, give the ball to Rivera.
Trumbo's 1 for 3 with a base hit that came back in the second as that pitch is down low. That one's fouled off to the right. Chris Dickerson takes over in right field for Nick Swisher.
Boy, Sabathia still good pop on that fastball. That last fastball at 94 miles an hour. Pitch 101 of the game.
Trumbo chopping one over to Alex. Rodriguez throws to first. There's the first out here in the 9th. Brings up Jeff Mathis. Sabathia with 3 strikeouts on the night, 1 walk, 6 hits allowed. Mathis 0 for 2, did have a sac fly in the 4th. Slow curveball drops in. Oh, 1 pitch. Grounded up the line. Diving, stopped by Rodriguez. 2 outs. So the Halos down to the last out here in the ninth. With Peter Borges coming to the plate. We take a look at that play once again.
Maybe playing off the line, still able to make that play. At one point, Gold Glove winner at shortstop moved over third, and we talked about it earlier. Second highest fielding percentage in Major League Baseball since 07 at third base position, only behind Scott Rowland.
Peter lines one to shallow center. That's going to get down for a base hit. So a 2-out knock for Borges, who has a 1 for 4 night with that base hit. And Meiser Stewars coming to the plate. Joe Girardi looks like thinking about going out to the pen and bringing on Mariano.
Well, he took a step up, then step back.
Meiser 0 for 4. A couple of flyouts, a ground out, and a strikeout. Borges takes off, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. Chopper toward the middle. Jeter to his left, can't get it. Borges will come around to score. It's a 1-run deficit now, 3-2 New York. Slow developing play, but Astures picks up a base hit and his 15th run batted in. And that's going to be it for CC Sabathia.
Jeter playing way in the hole. Looked like he was waiting to see if Sabathia or so was going to make that play. Hesitated. Ball just rolled through the infield. Now just a 1-run deficit.
Well, the Yankee faithful here give Sabathia a standing ovation. The Angels will face Mariano Rivera down by a run here in the ninth. In the ninth inning, as the Yankees turn the ball over to Mariano Rivera. 107 pitches by Sabathia. But with Astures over at first base and 1 run in here in the ninth, Girardi going to the greatest closer in the history of mankind.
And Rivera, that good ERA once again is barely over 2. There's a fastball, 90-94, cut fastball yet, another cut fastball, probably another cut fastball. The all-time greats. His career saves at 573. With this appearance right here, passes Goose Gossage for 14th place on the all-time games pitch list. So impressive company.
Yep. Pitching in his 25th game this year. He's got 14 saves, 22 and a third innings, 19 hits, however. 18 strikeouts and 4 walks. Facing Eric Ibar, who'll spin around to hit from the left side for the first time tonight. With Meister Asturias over at first base. 2-out single by Peter Borges. He went to second on defensive indifference and then scored on the single by Meiser. Eric tonight 0 for 4. 4 fly ball outs. Outfield shallow. Gardner and Granderson especially shallow. Dickerson in a couple of steps in right field. Ibar swings and pops it up. Derek Jeter is there, and the Yankees tie this series up at a game apiece.
Boy, the Yankees did the little things. A-Rod with a 2-run home run. Of course, Cano with the home run, but CC Sabathia, 8 2/3 innings pitch of dominance. Made that quality pitch with need be, and Rivera, just another save. 574 in his careers. The Yankees even the series.
CC Sabathia picks up the victory. Irvin Santana takes the loss. 3-2 Yankees win it, setting up the rubber game of the series tomorrow. For Mark Kubica and our entire crew, I'm Victor Rojas. We thank you for watching Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. Stick around as Angels Live is coming up next.